Yoga for Healing, Warriors, Starseed, whatever you go by. Welcome to Yoga for Healing. I was just doing a read like 2 a.m. and I was just gonna see what the energy was, But I decided to stop and turn the camera on. It's probably like about 5 now. Because this is definitely about a soulmate or a twin flame relationship. We have soulmate on the table. I saw twin flame as I was doing the read. That was at the bottom of the deck. What this is about a soulmate that you had a soul partnership with, a soul contract. It was someone you met. You didn't realize maybe that they were even your twin flame. But you were both struck by love. Or at least a chemistry that you had together. This soulmate twin flame was to marry you for the contract, the soul contract. It was supposed to be an everlasting love, a devotion, a union, a true power couple. But this love that was struck, this chemistry, happened to be with a narcissist, a karmic soulmate, karmic twin flame, that was really love bombing, full of themselves, that took advantage of the relationship that you had because they were so self-absorbed. It became a really one-sided relationship as you grew, as you began to evolve. You saw more of the love bombing. You may have recognized that this was a narcissist that you were dealing with. That you had a lot of conversations with, but now they're awaiting messages wanting to talk to you because they know that you have love coming in and that you are still ascending. And they want to come in because they want to block this ending, because it's a shock to them that you are ending it or have ended it, and that there's no passion. There's no more insane chemistry or equal interest. There's no burning desire for this relationship, this contract of this narcissist that's now a chaser, because they don't want to see you evolve. They don't want you to see you turn into that butterfly and go to the next phase. So they want to block whoever would be coming in to date you. They want to do that, and they want to block your ascension. They're a charmer. Someone that maybe you enabled before, but since you've been growing, they still think that blowing kisses and that you still have an unconditional love and would not mind a giving and receiving relationship. If they thought that they could show you some affection. But see, they're still stuck on trying to use a technique, a strategy, something called affection. Because they still don't understand what growth is and what it looks like. These mockers, these imitators, these ones that would mirror our image, that lost that when the mirror broke and they couldn't keep up with our growth. That's why we must continue to stay grounded and focus on the bag, the spiritual bag, and staying in your purpose. Yeah, they may look pitiful and sad with what they've gotten themselves stuck in, but that's not your problem. It is their karma. I don't care how many tears they cry. I've had one sit in front of me on my couch, bawling his eyes out when I started asking him questions. And he immediately wanted to try to trauma bond, bring up his childhood traumas, but be woe is me, to sit in it, to stay in it. And still wasn't totally being honest. And I asked him with a straight face, with my voice as calm and relaxed as it is right now, what the fuck are those tears for? What are they supposed to mean to me? I've cried many of tears from my heart, my soul. So to see someone else cry, it's only a purging that they must go through, or there's someone that can do a very good drama show. And let me tell you, dudes can be dramatic too. Because he didn't mean a damn thing he said. He was only bringing up some tears for sympathy, for a reaction, to soften my heart. But it only pissed me off because I knew what the game he was playing was. I immediately ordered him a bus ticket and an Uber and told him he had an hour to go. True story. But see, my story, they sent several men, one after the other. And yeah, there was even an Uber driver, female, that I know particularly of. Not to date me, but to just try to get information. Trust your intuition. On first sight, when you meet someone, you speak words. What is your body feeling like? What are their moves, their actions, their words? Pay close attention. Can they look you in the eye for longer than a half a second? This person wants to return. They want a second chance. They want to rebuild. They want to make amends. And I've even heard some readers call it, they want to compromise. What the fuck? Compromise what? You want me to compromise myself? Because what kind of compromise is there when you did all the dirty work? It's not a compromise, it's them healing. But see, they don't want to heal, so they want to compromise. Pay attention to the words, the language used. Because we do speak our existence. You can have somebody tell you what your life is and what it's going to be, or you take the damn pen. But see, it's not meant for everyone. Some people would rather someone write it for them and they just take orders. And that's when you get caught up, being weak. Because only the strongest survive. This person is in a thrill-seeking, ecstasy, chasing for a good time only. Because they feel abandoned, left out, and they know they look stupid. But they're going to try a new mask. They know they walked away from something and they were cold. They walked away from something when they walked away from you. They walked away from their life. They walked away from their soul contract. Stop getting it twisted and thinking that you're supposed to wait for a twin flame. They are lessons. All you have to do is use that same device you're looking at tarot readings and use it to research some things. Keep a notepad when you're watching things or listening to things, watching whatever. Take notes. Pay attention to what you're telling yourself in your mind. Pay attention. Your higher self. That gut feeling. People always say, I should have went with my first thought. What do you think that is? But it comes so fast, a lot of times we rush to try to get in our own head to try to figure it out when the answer's already there. You just have to listen. And it takes practice, especially with the self-talk. But when you learn how powerful it is, you pay more attention. Because trust me, these other beings, these energies, they already know. That's what's shocking. That they have these troubles now that were unexpected. That's put them in turmoil. Because their disguise is slipping. They don't want it to be clear. And they're very exhausted, depleted. Excuse me. They know the truth. And so do you. And you know their intentions. But they want to block your intuition. They want to block it so they can sing to your heart song. Get to your head. Talk so much. Put so many thoughts, much thoughts. To confuse. Where you can't even hear yourself. They've been thinking about you. They've been all in their head. Crown chakra blown. It's not supposed to be red. They're craving and desiring your energy. Or craving and desiring just to have control. To have their way. But it's nothing about love. Do you see anything about love? Except for when you first met and there was some chemistry. But then you realize the truth. And they see you keep evolving and you got other options and they don't want to see it. So here they are, coming to be a charmer, wanting to stop this ending. What do they plan on doing for this? Because you're, in this story, divine feminine. Someday, but divine feminine, divine masculine. Take it how it resonates. One day, someday, somewhere, another time, they're wishing to be with this divine energy. But their judgment is still cloudy. They're still under illusions and unbalanced. They'll come in distorted, quick, like lightning, and loud as thunder. And this clarity, this truth, that they're spying on you on your social network, trying to find ways to get in, wanting information. And they're confused, uncertain, unclear. Or maybe you may also be confused on why the fuck this person's still all in your business. Because they're for past life. And they're repeating a karmic lesson, one they didn't learn in the past life, that they're repeating this life by being a betrayer to your contract, being a betrayer and betrayer to themselves. Why is the confusion here? They're confused on how you're seeing their dishonesty, their deception, their trickery, and they can't catch you in their web to have you clinging to them, obsessing over them like they're obsessing over you. They see that you're distracted and you're making changes, making waves. And they're not able to cause delays, to have you sidetracked, because you have this clarity. You're aware of what they're doing, all that you need to be aware of. How they misused universal laws, galactic laws, shit on the spiritual contract that you did have. Broke a covenant with the Most High Divine Creator above all. Now they want to come back because they're scared. They're scared, trust that. They're angry and they're in resentment. They're going to be obscure, keeping secrets, still being mysterious and concealing. Or also this could be taken as this is what you should do. Be obscure, silent. Don't even let them be able to read your lips. Coffee break. Okay, so they're bitter. They're mad because we can't be trapped and we're in peace, still ascending, balance and harmony. And we're not thinking about them. We're not thinking about the past. We're not stuck in our head. And we've maintained our distance. Keeping separation. Keeping a lot of distance. Now they're feeling like they need to send out an SOS of distress because they're in need of assistance. They need your energy. They need your light. But it's only because they're a vampire. Someone that's turned into a Jezebel. An incubus, succubus. And now they're angry. And they have hurtful words. Yet they want to have this commitment. But see, they only want control. They want you to cling to them. They want you to be their puppet, their toy, their battery. That is what they need. You to be their battery. They're a runner. Soon as they get what they want, they'd be out the door as fast as they came in. And fast for them could be 5 years. What do we need to know about this abandoned person? They feel like they will be having a huge celebration day. They will be leveling up. gain the acquired wisdom, they're going to use you for a level up. Use you and look at you as a sneaky link. Or they may have a hidden lover. A low-key situation, a side piece still in the background. Tell on them, Spirit. Tell on them. Yep. There's receipts on this situation. This two-faced fake friend, two-faced soulmate twin flame with hidden intentions. You have the receipts. You have the evidence. You already know. Because if you're listening to the divine, they've already exposed that to you. Long before it hits this table. This is not just something you have to decide to do. This is something that's been going down, honey. Someone that's been doing too much. Being excessive. Want to supersize everything. Make it extra big. Extra large, even though they're only this big. They like to overindulge. And pretend like they can have whatever they want, including you. But you have these receipts. You have protection. They're not going to get a level up off of you. Give me this graduation. Yeah. Because you're a key player. You see where it fell? That love. Your love was a key player. You are a key player. They're finding out how important you are or were in their life. And that you're irreplaceable. They see you're spiritually woke. For real. Awakened. Walking the walk and talking the talk. And sharing your story. Bringing self-awareness. Cutting through illusions. How everyone has to detach from their ego. At least not have such a clutch on it that it's your guiding light. But having control of your own ego. Checking yourself. If all they had to do was the same thing as the other one did. Use the lessons and turn them into blessings. Turning that pain into power and growth. Using all the hot air these people use towards you in your hot air balloon. And they only helped you soar. You're the key player. They are a frenemy. They want to get you knocked up. They want to attach a cord. And they might run that, we got a soul contract in the ground. Because you once did. But trust and believe the Creator, the universe, the galactic, does not send you someone that's evil, caught up in themselves, that love bombs and shits on the contract. It's about if you separate and you're both doing the healing work and then you both realign, not by purpose, on purpose to realign, but in healing yourselves. Because we all heal on separate, different levels. We're not all the same. You don't know if that was supposed to be for a long time or a short time. But you know what? You found out. I did. And if I would have listened to every bitch that said, oh, you can't break the soul contract, when I knew what my story was, they got a lot explaining to do. They love to use the honeymoon phase. I have some cards where the twin flame card is this picture with a couple under a tent. They want to get you all in your feelings. And then they want to make some kind of contract that cannot be broken easily. Something big like a pregnancy, a home, a car, some kind of binding contract. Even acceptance of a gift they give you or something. It can be something easy, simple. But that's where your discernment and intuition kicks in. You have receipts. You're aware that they're karmic, and they always keep third parties. There may even be a third party that's knocked up. That's probably why they're in such distress and need assistance. They need more energy. What else do we need to know? This is pretty basically it. Yeah, they're going to come in big, hard, blowing kisses, being overly dramatic, being excessive because they're out of their fucking head. Thinking that you're still their boo. Because now they see. But how long has it been? I've seen people in comments talking about how it's been 20 years. And I'm like, oh my gosh. And you still in tarot, writing comments because you have not gotten on your purpose. You're still sitting thinking about somebody because they said it was a twin flame. You stalling yourself, honey. They want to get you swept up. And those that are easily persuade and just want to be with somebody, they'll get swept up. And then they'll be head over heels for a hot moment. And then they'll be back in this loop again of ending. Because they're dealing with a narcissist. A player that likes to play the field. That's not looking to settle down, but only seeking options. And that is a great note to leave that on. I could pull a tarot to see what energy is this. Let's see. Oh, we got judgment on the bottom of the deck and that. Let's see. Who is the energy? I pulled 3 cards. We'll let 3 cards fall to see what is this energy. To help narrow it down to who it could be, because it's not always someone that's a sexual partner. It could be a family member, a friend, anyone that fits the script. Oh, higher authority is over this. They got this. The Hierophant. This also could represent a whole social group of men that were sent in by someone they took authority from. I started off saying, with part of my story, there were several in a secret type of organization. So this is also letting me know for myself, this is not for just one person. Or this may even be that leader of the group. That's why they're trying so hard. Somebody that's a leader in the group. They write their own laws. They think they have the authority over the whole world, the planet. They can say when it's time for someone to die. It's what they think. Then we have 2 cards. We're going to get one more. We have the Sun at the bottom of the deck. You may be in a Queen of Wands, King of Wands, or they may be in a King of Wands, Queen of Wands energy. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. An energy that is portraying themselves to be confident, of a leader. Yeah. Someone that's stable, but they're about to make a quick move. A quick move to communicate because they see your glow. Why are they coming in? Damn. King of Wands. This is the couple. He's still stuck in his head on this contract. And he's looking dead at you. But with that, whatever item he has, a wand or a sword, he's got something in his hand. But so do you. You're not looking directly at them, but you're aware. And you sitting there and you propped ready. So you ain't got to get ready. Because you already walked away. This is someone you may have given multiple chances. Someone that is having a hard time walking away and detaching. We gotta get a little bit more information on that. Their magic's not working. Or they don't want to accept that you're a master teacher. What's with this Magician card? What's this Magician card? Wow. Their magic's not working. Your defense. And they've got judgment called down upon them. You're blocking their communication. You're blocking it with your skills. That's what I'm picking up. You're maintaining your balance. You're staying grounded. Jupiter and Capricorn. We have air, fire. Air and fire mostly, but this Queen of Wands also has some water. Water and fire. And able to balance out all of that because this person may have all the elements in their charts and may have mastered the elements and how to use them, and their skills are helping their defense, and they call judgment on this bitch. Maintain your balance. Don't get mad, just go heal. Peace.